Hey, what's up, YouTube? Boswell back with another video for the Husband Code. Hey, it's been a while since I did a book review. Again, I never sponsor them, but the book I read tonight was really special because one of the skill building things that I'm doing right now is public speaking, and that's through Toastmasters. Now, there's a young lady there who actually just released a book not too long ago. Her name is Adrienne Morris. It's her book right here. And it's called Mind Over Misery. So I just literally read it in about 2 hours. Really great read. But it's basically about unlocking the power of your thought to transform suffering. And I definitely, like I said, went through it, made a lot of notes on it, tabbed a couple things I want to share with you guys. And just a really quick, powerful read. And shout out to her for, you know, definitely publishing this book and giving us some insight to her thoughts and, some of her past history and things that she worked through. And, was able to use her mind over misery. You know what I mean? So I just want to share a couple things that I tabbed, within the book. But again, just a great book. I definitely, like I said, I don't really promote books, but this particular one, you can get it on Amazon. And yeah, it's out right now. So definitely go get it. But to kind of give y'all some insight on the book, like I said, great read. But so like one note that I looked over in the first chapter, which was called "Leading Your Thoughts," or your thoughts are leading to your pain. And one thing that really stood out to me was something that she put in there was our minds and bodies are not separated entities, but rather partners in a consistent dance of chemical messaging and electrical impulses. So she was just talking about the neuroscience and just, the actual practical hands-on things that's happening with our body. And I thought that was just very profound how she spoke to it and just saying it's not really separated, but, it's definitely through electrical impulses and, chemical messaging. So I thought that really kind of like, jumped off the page to me and kind of stood out. Let me go to the next one real quick. So the next one was in chapter 2, actually, which was, identifying harmful thought patterns. And one of the things in here that stood out to me on this page was negative thoughts are like weeds in a garden. If left unchecked, they can quickly take over and choke out the beauty and vitality in our minds. This is so crazy because I made a video, just talking about how, we use our thoughts as a garden. And, depending on what season you in, different things can happen. And, you're talking about growth in that. So it's just interesting. Again, man, I just keep harping back to it, like everything's connected. And it's just interesting on her perspective of it, just how, you definitely want your mind to be, cleared out. And if you let it overgrow like weeds, it'll quickly take over and choke it out. So again, just powerful wordplay. And you can definitely see it in your mind as the imagery played into it. So I thought that was just great. And let's see what we got next. We'll keep it pushing. This was in it was in the same chapter. So basically this was talking about like different ways of thinking. And this really touched me because I didn't realize conceptually how she framed it was like it's two. Well, she had multiple ways of thinking, but the two that stood out to me was there's an all or nothing thinking. Basically, like it's only black and white, right? There's no gray area. And I used to always think like, man, look, it's a scream or it's not a scream. It's all or nothing. And I used to be in that mind state, but it's interesting to see her, how she worded it and how she broke it down for her. And another thing that was the really most powerful thing, and it's funny, she actually brought this up in one of her speeches, but it was called catastrophizing. I think I pronounced that right. And basically, I'm going to read a little bit. This is a tendency to exaggerate the negative consequences of events, blowing things out of proportion and focusing on the worst case scenario. So, yeah. Again, that used to be me, man. Just super exaggerating things. And I think it was just because I was like emotional when I was going through my trauma journey, like really like unpacking my trauma and just getting to a place of healing. But before then, I would just be like, man, just take a 0 to 10 real quick and just making everything be blown out of proportion and stuff like that, and just really magnifying everything. So I thought that was interesting, like that point of ways that people think. We'll keep it pushing though. Let's see what we got next. Hold on, did I pass something? Yeah, here we go. All right, so this was in chapter 4 of the book. But it was talking about nourishing our bodies and minds. And I'll talk about this too in a lot of my videos on just how, eating properly, which is helps your mind, body, and spirit. And that's what really help, clean up your focus, and allows you to really start to connect and hear God. But let me kind of read what she put in her book. So she said, just as we nourish our bodies with healthy food, we must also nourish our minds and spirits with positive thoughts, loving relationships, and meaning experiences. Hey, that's how you that was just powerful. I don't even, I had to read that again. You know what I mean? I underlined it and highlighted it, so that jumped off the page to me as well, because it just connected with me. I understand it. I understand exactly what she's saying. Yeah, again, it's just profound, man. It's just really powerful. And again, the book is just really good. Like I said, I read it in one sitting, I think about 2 hours, knock it out real quick. Let me go to another one real quick though. So, what chapter is this? So we just left chapter 4. This is chapter. Dang, what am I saying? Okay, it's chapter 5. So at the end of it, at the end of the chapter, she's talking about journaling. And one of the things she said about journaling is, hey, think of your journal as a haven, a private sanctuary where you can be completely honest with yourself without fear of judgment. So it's just, you know what I mean? That really touched me, because it's like I don't really do a lot of hand journaling like I used to. It's a lot of digital. Like I have like notes in my phone or whatever that I kind of jot down my thoughts, maybe how I'm feeling. And that, you can do it either way. But the point is, it's a journal, right? I still think it's more powerful. I should do it more. I still think it's more powerful to put the pen to paper, because it's just different. It just hit different. It's like reading a book versus, reading a book on a Kindle or something like that. When you physically have this book in your hand, you touch the pages, you just connect with it differently. You know what I mean? So maybe I'll get back to handwriting. It just easy when I'm on the fly out in the world, just to, man, thoughts come to me, instead of breaking out, something in my pen, like a pad and something in my pocket or my backpack. I got the phone right in my hand. I can just jot it down. But like if I'm off, or not off, but if I got time like today, I had time to read a book, why not have time for journaling? I mean, I can make time too, but I just like the quick access to my phone. So, but anyway, again, that's powerful. Just talking about how journaling is your own private sanctuary, and how you need to be completely honest, and it's your time to be honest with yourself and your thoughts, and just write them down. So I got one more though. Let's see. This is in chapter. What chapter is this? I think it's chapter 6. Yeah, chapter 6. She got 7 chapters in here, and again, pretty powerful stuff. But this was talking about forgiveness, and it's interesting hearing her story, and different things that she went through with her family and her father, and different relationships that she had. But this was from her. She said, "Forgiveness isn't something we do for others. It's something we do for ourselves." Listen, I listen to a lot of like different podcasts and stuff every day. Every day. That's my rap music, right? I listen to motivational speakers. I just don't really listen to like rap and stuff like that no more. Every once in a while, I dive into some R&B. But what I want to say about that is I know a lot of people don't like him now, but I still like Will Smith, right? And one of the things that I actually heard today was people being in victim mode, right? And it's about, when you won't let go of blaming others, you're stuck in victim mode. You're struggling in victim mode. And, you're just going to continue to stay there as long as you point the finger and not get to a point where you have to take accountability and take responsibility. And so, again, I'm not saying that other people don't affect you, but the point of it is at some point you have to forgive yourself. At some point you have to forgive the other person, because if not, you're going to be stuck in a rut, and you're going to be continuously, play the victim. But the power comes in taking responsibility. And again, not for others, but as she said, it's something we do for ourselves. So, excuse me. But again, the book is very powerful. A great read. Again, Adrian Moore. So again, this is the first time I'm actually promoting the book. I don't get paid anything. Like I said, she goes to my Toastmaster class, and you know, why not? I read the book. I can't wait to speak to her about it because I'm definitely made some notes in the back. I got some questions I want to ask. You know what I mean? So yeah, go check it out. It's on Amazon. Mind Over Misery, Adrian Morris. Check it out. But hey, what y'all think about you know, the review on the book? Does any of this relate to you? Will you be picking it up? I'm not sure how much it costs, but I'm sure it's pretty affordable. But you know, hey man, hit a like on the video. Like I said, drop a comment below. You know, hit the notification bell if it's your first time, you know, checking out the Husband Code. Welcome, subscribe, and until next time, I appreciate y'all. Much love. Thank you again. Until next time, peace.